Nothing is impossible. The light never fails. The Unveiled Mysteries by Godfre Ray King is a story of Guy Ballard, his pen name being Godfre Ray King, a story of him encountering Saint Germain on Mount Shasta in the year 1930. The majority of the book is the Ascended Master Saint Germain teaching spiritual truths to the author. Be that as it may, if you don't believe that encounter actually happened, the wisdom that is shared is valuable. And it says the same fundamental truths that are shared amongst most all spiritual masters, like Jesus, Lao Tzu, Buddha, Krishna. Here are some of my favorite quotes from the book. And please disregard all the he's and him and all the masculine pronouns. This is an old book. Of course, this applies to both women and men. The great cosmic law is unerring. We cannot receive without giving, and we cannot give without receiving. Thus, the great balance of life is maintained. This is the fundamental truth of what you put out is what you get back, or that reality is a mirror, or in other words, the law of karma. Every action has an equal reaction. The continual outpouring of a feeling of peace and divine love to every person and everything unconditionally, no matter whether you think it be deserved or not, is the magic key that unlocks the door and releases instantly this tremendous inner God power. Fortunate indeed is he who has learned this law, for he then seeks to be all peace and love. This is the same as love thy neighbor as thyself, right? See the God self in everything. See the Buddha nature within everyone and everything. Or as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, see the super soul dwelling within everyone, in every creature's heart. So love everything, because everything is you. You are one with everything. The center at the top of the head is the highest focus in the human body, and there the silver cord of liquid white light from the great source of creation enters. I like this quote because it can be compared to the chakra system in yoga, and the top chakra being Sahasrara, and that is the point of apotheosis, the ultimate realization of Atman being one with Brahman, or the individual soul or individual God self being one with the universal cosmic soul. So that is the connection point to our source. If man knew he never ceases creating, even for an instant, he would realize through the presence of God within himself, he could purify his miscreations and thus be free from his own limitations. We create our reality. We create everything with our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions. And realizing this truth kind of unlocks us and empowers us so then we can change it. We can change our experience if it is something unwanted or something out of alignment. If one sends out suspicion, he will be suspected, for everyone has in his world just exactly that which he puts into it. And this eternal, irrevocable decree exists throughout the universe. All impulses of consciousness travel back to the central point that sent them out. Not even an atom escapes. The real student of light faces the light, sends it before him, sees its unfolding radiance everywhere he moves, and adores it constantly. From the doubts, fears, suspicion, and ignorance of the human mind, he turns away and knows only the light. This is his source, his true self. This is saying that what Jesus refers to in the Bible is judge not, lest you be judged in return. And it also says that ultimate advice given from many masters is to behold the light, behold the true self, behold the one identity, the essence, the being within everything. See it, be enveloped in it, see only that, and turn away from the discord, and then you will experience that. You will create that in your reality, or you will unveil it. All experience through which the individual passes exists for one purpose only, and that is to make him aware of his source. He must learn who he is, recognize himself as a creator, and, as such, master of what he creates. Look within yourself, know your source within. That is the well of happiness. That is the source of your truth. The eternal law of life is that whatever you think and feel, you bring into form. Where your thought is, there you are. For you are your consciousness, and whatever you meditate upon, you become. One must earnestly seek the God within, make permanent conscious contact with that inner self, and hold firmly to it, in the face of every condition in the outer life. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added therein, right? Saying the same thing. First, seek this inner guidance system, this truth within you. The voice of the Father, or the voice of your higher self, or the voice of the true self, or of the light. That is what's most important. Love is not an activity of the mind. but is the pure and luminous essence which creates mind. Love is perfection manifest. It can only express peace, joy, and outpouring of those feelings to all creation, unconditionally. The rapidity with which it is accomplished depends upon how continuously, persistently, and deeply you feel and associate with your God self. In the attainment of mastery or adeptship, the conscious control of all force and manipulation of substance are dependent first upon the acknowledgement of your own individual God self, second upon perfect calmness of feeling under all circumstances, and third, one must be past all temptation of misusing power. The stilling of all emotions at the command of the conscious will is imperative, and the demand for it in the adept is unconditional, if dominion is to be attained. So first acknowledge this God self or true self within you is the one within everything, and become a steward to it or servant to it. Second, you must have control over your feelings and be able to calm yourself immediately. And third, you must pass all temptation to misuse this power, or use it from the ego, from fear or desire. The attitude of one who wishes to work in conscious cooperation with the ascended host should not be, I wish I could go to them for instruction, but rather, I will so purify, discipline, and perfect myself, become such expression of divine love, wisdom, and power that I can assist in their work. Then I will automatically be drawn unto them. I will love so constantly, so infinitely, so divinely, that the very intensity of my own light will open the way for them to accept me. I like this quote because it turns the responsibility onto ourselves, and it says, have the discipline first for self-control, so that you are loving towards everyone. There are situations that happen every day in which we can practice this, is to be loving, forgiving. Every moment gives us a chance to practice. First, have the self-discipline to become this purity or perfection before you keep seeking and seeking for teachers and books and more wisdom. So including myself, I feel like we tend to get addicted to seeking knowledge, seeking teachers, going from this teaching to that. When really, when you get that message over and over again, it's like, okay, now I need the self-discipline to become this thing that I want, to embody this truth of unconditional love and forgiveness. If you will arm yourselves with this eternal understanding of life, swear allegiance only to your source, God, stand true to the Christ, and carry the light, you will accept as your code of honor the obligation to love and bless life, no matter in what form it may be expressing, wherever you meet it. This is the eternal plan of existence, and whosoever knows that may proceed anywhere in the universe, explore all it contains, and yet be untouched by whatever shadows mankind has created in its forgetfulness of whence it sprang. I like this book and definitely recommend it. I really like his focus on love. I admire how he makes things really simple. He states again and again how what you put forth is what you get back. You create your reality, and that what's important is that you become an outpouring of divine love. That's what's important, is that you see the true self, the God self, within everything. You pour forth love to everything. It makes it really simple. Thank you.